Imagine this as a plot line for Ocean's 14. Instead of knocking over casinos or art museums, Clooney, Pitt, and the gang turn their thieving skills towards a really juicy target, the supermarket. Yes, as crazy as it sounds, organized shoplifting rings are now selling milk, Tide, and razor blades on the black market to the tune of $30 billion a year, enough to inspire retailers to form specialized undercover units. And ABC's Nick Watt went along with one of them for a bust.
All right, that's brown.
We used to call it shoplifting, but now it's so much more.
I've seen a person pull a razor blade and cut people.
Could be nothing, could be something, but that's a lot of stuff.
It's highly organized crime rings doing big business.
Some of them have tags, but they took them off.
The shoplifters are called boosters. They sell the stuff on to someone called a fence. There's even an acronym, ORC, Organized Retail Crime.
It's just like a Fortune 500 company. All this is just organized.
It costs the retail industry more than $30 billion a year.
Everything from meat to razors to milk.
Milk?
Yeah, you name it.
Tide detergent, a current hot target. Compact, expensive, easy to shift on the streets. They're calling it liquid gold.
Sometimes we get rings that just do alcohol. And then we get some that just do meat and seafood.
The loot is moved on for cents on the dollar to fencing operations, then sold in plain sight.
What do you think's stolen in here?
Well, probably just about everything.
Underwear, fragrance, clothing. Highly sophisticated shoplifting networks, boosters, fences, Mr. Biggs, can make millions of dollars a year.
This is Mike.
And Mike Sweat is on the case. A Riverside County Sheriff's deputy, badly injured in a car wreck, Sweat is now a full-time private investigator on the ORC beat. Hired by stores from TJ Maxx to Marshalls, and he's helping out the cops.
It's kind of like working a narcotics case, you know? It's like you got low level, mid level, and then a top dog. We like to go after the top dog, and the only way to get to the top dog is mid level first.
He's been casing 2 joints in LA for months. He suspects they're mid-level fencing operations, and we are with him as Sweat works with undercover agents who go into the store for a final reconnaissance mission.
We're going to freshen up the evidence that led us to the search warrant that we're going to execute next Tuesday. Here's the covert video device.
It's go time.
They're approaching now. They're walking up the sidewalk.
Sweat says these are stolen goods on display. He's happy. He thinks he has enough.
We, wrote it up and handed it over to Detective Park.
Raid day has arrived. A motorcade of squad cars departs from the Gardena Police Department. We joined them on the raid.
Every store in every city has to go through this. They wait until no one's paying attention, then they walk out.
Others don't care if the store clerks are looking.
And if an employee's getting paid $8 an hour, they might not want to put their neck on the line.
It's not their practice to stop them.
The store clerks, they let them run.
They don't want their employees to be injured. So oftentimes they'll call the police, but by the time we get there, they're already in their car and they're gone.
Leaving guys like Mike Sweat to put the pieces together, to bust open the gangs, to lead overstretched police departments to their prey. They're in, the raid is on, and pay dirt.
All that down here is Victoria's Secrets. Expensive Victoria's Secrets. The gift sets, Marmax, JCPenney's, it's all the same. It's not rip-off stuff, it's not counterfeit.
Genuine but cut-price Katy Perry perfume right there.
List price is $90. She's selling it for $59.
She probably paid $10 for it.
Inspectors from various stores swarm the place. Everything is photographed, and the cuffs go on. For Sweat, that's 2 down, but so many more to go. It happens in every corner of the country. At this secret warehouse in northern Indiana, millions of dollars worth of reclaimed stolen merchandise is being stored.
This particular case here involved about 40 plus boosters that fed back to a fence, about a $17 million a year operation.
That's Jerry Biggs, director of Walgreens' Organized Retail Crime Division. Biggs and his team are the James Bonds of retail crime, armed with tracking devices, radios, and hidden cameras.
These are visor cams. It's mounted here, goes 360. Mounted, then there's one in your back, and it's recording what's going on. You can see behind you as well.
A booster might think he's out the door and in the clear. Not so.
With today's technology, I can have your face pretty much throughout the country in less than 10 minutes.
Pins in the map mark shoplifting hotspots. Flowcharts connect members of various gangs. Yep, infant milk is a big target. It's easy to steal, expensive to buy. Big's library of surveillance tapes is astounding. A guy in Texas wearing a suit, swiping a tray of diabetic test strips. Total value, $1,000.
He takes that to the bathroom and empties it out.
2 days later, he was stopped by traffic cops with $4,000 worth of meds in his trunk, charged with possession of controlled drugs and stolen property. These women seem to have somehow gotten hold of the keys to display cases. The police are still looking to question them.
I'm amazed every time how they can come in a store within anywhere from 4 to 5 minutes and walk out with anywhere from $400 to $2,000 worth of merchandise. And nobody knows what happens.
All right, that's brown.
Meanwhile, back in LA, those cuffs are on. The owners of the stores arrested for possession of stolen merchandise. For Mike Sweat, his work goes on.
A whole lot of boxes. Not sure what it is, but I don't want to let it go.
At Mike's command center, aka his apartment, he shows off the fruits of countless silent hours stalking his quarry.
You're never going to actually stop people stealing from stores.
No, but I can sure try.
Any boosters watching tonight? Be warned. You might be being watched. Mike Sweat might be right behind you. I'm Nick Watt for Nightline in Los Angeles.